Bill in yet?
No.
Ask him to come up to my office when he gets here, will you, please?
What's the matter with them anyway?
They're afraid. This kind of research is enough to burn anybody's little fingers.
The lab's totally sealed off now. It's foolproof.
Foolproof? Nothing's foolproof. And there's always a fool around to prove it. Talk to you tomorrow.
Right.
They'll never know what we're doing.
The lab hasn't even been checked out yet.
Well, we'll do everything in the high containment area. People are violating the standards all the time in Europe. They'll end up with a Nobel Prize, and we'll end up with nothing.
Will you please take it easy? Tuesday night, I have a chance to convince the trustees. We'll get the money, don't worry. And you'll get your Nobel Prize.
Don't worry. It's just epilepsy.
You want to talk about it?
I don't think they're going to give us the money, Bill. And I'm tired of waiting. I just don't understand why you're letting yourself be taken in by a bunch of bureaucrats.
I'm not. But I won't go ahead until this lab is fully checked out. Now, you know we can't take that kind of chance.
Well, I've invested too much to quit.
So have I. In the last 2 years, I've spent more time with you in this lab than I have with my family.
Oh, I just think you're trusting the wrong people.
Why did dinosaurs become extinct?
Because the world is always changing, and they weren't smart enough to keep up.
Could you help move my dinosaur?
Okay. It's very good here. But, we'll put some toenails. Yeah. And a longer tail. Now, if our new bacteria works, and I believe it will, it would take nitrogen from the air and transfer it directly into plants. That could increase their growth rate 3-4 times, maybe more. And that would put food on the tables of millions of starving people.
That's all very well, Bill. But what happens if the M3 bacteria accidentally mutates? People won't have any immunity to it. Do you have any idea what that could cost in terms of human lives? Maybe you don't, but as public health officer, it scares the shit out of me.
You haven't been doing your homework, Dave. You don't understand our safeguards. The high containment area has a negative airflow, and nothing can escape from there.
And what qualifies you to tinker with the size, shape, and intelligence of every human being on this earth?
That's a misrepresentation.
Is it? That's where you're headed, and you know it.
I think Dr. McKay is right about not violating nature's millions of years of evolutionary wisdom.
Nature's evolutionary wisdom gave us bubonic plague, typhoid, and syphilis.
Two years ago, you thought this research was great. Then he gets on the board, everything changes. Can't any of you think for yourselves?
I only invited you two here out of a sense of fair play. If you're going to start attacking the board, we'll stop this research right now.
You can't stop this kind of research any more than you can eliminate human curiosity.
Did you cut the power to Wing 1?
Yes, I did.
Well, I'm in here doing some damn dangerous work. Some important work.
I'm sorry, I didn't know anyone was in there.
Well, turn it back on. The high containment area isn't working.
Okay.
door's locked.
Bill? There's been an accident.
What accident?
All the rats are dead.
What rats?
I'm sorry, Bill. I produced some M3 bacteria last night. When I came in this morning, I found all the test rats dead.
You blew it. Now I have to call public health.
No, maybe it isn't the bacteria.
I'm not taking any chances.
We've got to bury it. Why? It can't go to heaven unless it's buried.
There aren't any birds in heaven.
There are two. I saw a picture of them right above the angels.
Okay, but I still don't think there are any birds in heaven.
Does anyone else know about this? Good. Nobody leaves that building, including you.
Hey, give me some.
No gone.
Come on, kids. Time for crafts.
Oh, shit.
Celia,
Bill, the plant, the bacteria works, Bill.
Celia, you okay? Celia!
Don't open that door under any circumstances.
Don't worry. This section's airtight. There's no way anything can get out of it.
I hope not. I'll get back to you in a minute. I've got the Department of National Defense coming in on one line and the police holding on the other.
Don't you think you're overdoing it a little bit?
Did anyone else beside Roger touch the bird? Are you sure now? I'd like you and your class to come to the hospital.
What for?
Oh, it's just a precaution. Come on.
We've got to find out how this thing got out of the lab. Let's hope we caught it in time.
CJCI News to the hour. A new flu bug in Metro. Health Department officials have issued a warning to all residents. Birds apparently are the carriers, and the public is warned to avoid contact and to report any dead animals to their local health unit. Dr. David Mackay, City Public Health Officer, is quoted as saying that the new bug is not lethal, but does induce extreme nausea and dizziness. So keep those fingers off our feathered friends. Downtown, a would-be sniper shot himself in the leg.
This is going to be our temporary base of operations. I want one of these phone lines left open all the time.
I've alerted the staff. I told them we had a broken water main. Nobody's allowed in until the mess is cleared up.
You might as well leave. You've done enough.
No way. I'm going to see this thing through to the end.
All right. But stay out of the way.
I think I can manage that.
Hello?
Hi, honey.
Hi.
I can't talk too long. I want you to listen carefully and do exactly what I tell you.
Bill, what's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Just trust me and do what I tell you, and everything will be all right. Now, please don't ask any questions.
Okay.
I want you and Karen to take the first flight to London.
What, you mean London, England?
Yes.
Bill, tell me what it is. What's wrong?
I said I can't tell you. I'll join you as soon as I can, okay?
Okay.
Now, please don't worry. Call me when you get there. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bill? I've got us patched into Dr. Alan Saunders. He's going to be running things for us from the Disease Control Center in Atlanta.
Listen, can you give me a quick rundown on this mutation 3 bacteria?
What's wrong, honey? My hand feels weird.
don't know much about how it happened, do you, Bill?
No, but I can see Celia's notebook inside. I'm sure she recorded it.
No, I don't want you going in there.
Not until we've observed that rat for another hour.
Well, what do you want me to do? Sit around here and watch television?
I could have had the decontamination crew bring that notebook out. Why didn't you tell me about it before?
Because I didn't think about it before.
All right.
I'll send the crew back in. Bill? Bill?
That was a really stupid thing to do.
Dave, if I'm going to be of any help to you, I'll need some cultures of the M3.
Alan, can you wait on that? Give us a chance to find out how the bug escaped from the lab?
Well, couldn't you at least send me some tissues and blood samples for toxin assays?
That's already arranged. I've got an Air Force jet standing by to take it down to you. Okay, keep me informed. It looks like this thing is highly communicable. One of the children who came in contact with that little boy has just died.
When's Daddy going to meet us?
Oh, a couple of days after we get there.
Why do we have to go to London anyway?
Joan.
Dr. Leibowitz.
Well, what a surprise.
Yes.
I thought I'd be traveling all by myself. Hello, Karen. You're still interested in dinosaurs?
Yes.
Wonderful.
What can I do for you?
Come in here a minute. I'll show you.
I can't. I have to stay in the hall.
Come on, just for a little while.
I can't.
Nobody will know.
Well, if you...
could they let her out of there?
For that, I don't know. But I do know we've had 3 stiffs in that ward in 24 hours, and my men are starting to ask questions.
You've got to find that woman. She could spread this thing to the whole city.
Look, I've already got...
Look, find her, damn it!
Sure.
Damn stupid cops. Get me Colonel Gavin, please.
Ball in? Right here. Corporal Pike, take over.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look at this. The ventilation and air intake systems were hooked up backwards. Instead of taking air in, it's blowing right out of the lab. Yeah, onto that bird's nest. Okay.
Is it sealed now?
They're plugging it with concrete. What the hell's going on? Ventilation systems hooked up backwards. A woman escaping from quarantine. Can't anyone do their jobs right anymore?
Did you ever hear the old joke about the tailor who took 6 months to make a suit?
No.
And the customer says to him, how come it takes you 6 months to make a suit when it only took God 6 days to make the world? And the tailor says, look at my suit, and then look at the world.
You reading me, Dave?
I don't think there's any cause for alarm, Mr. Secretary. We've got Dr. Fuller sealed off in the McNaughton lab. He's testing a whole complex of antibiotics. No, there's a good chance that at least one of them will destroy this M3 bacteria. Well, in the meantime, I'm going to check with my technicians again. I want to see if there's been any progress on the tissue and blood samples.
The coroner's just finished an autopsy on that boy. Says it's the most unusual death he's ever seen.
Dave, those tissue samples you sent, we've run every test 3 times. It looks as if the body literally burnt itself up with its own electrical energy.
That's pretty hard to believe.
I've certainly never seen anything like it.
Do you have any idea what might be causing it?
Well, I can tell you one thing. There was an enormous increase in acetylcholine, enough to make every single nerve in the body fire at once.
Well, that's consistent with the eyewitness reports. They say the victims all died with severe convulsions.
Are those eyewitnesses in quarantine?
Yeah. Look, Alan, I don't know how much longer I can keep this thing quiet.
Dave, you really need to slap on a citywide quarantine. And you need to do it now.
Yeah, I'm working on it. But I wouldn't give you 2 bits for our chances of sealing off a city this size.
Not very encouraging, is it? Any new results with the antibiotics?
No luck. I've tried everything, from ampicillin to vaромycin. No effect, nothing.
Fine, fine. Good. Your M3 coaches just came in. We'll take over testing the antibiotics now.
Okay, Alan. Bill, I want you to seal up the high containment area and close off the lab.
Why?
I'm sending you over to quarantine.
No way. Now listen, Dave. Our early work on M3 showed it had a strong reaction to mutated virus. And I'm going to stay here until I can produce a virus that will destroy M3.
Listen, you've mucked things up enough already.
Bullshit. You don't even know what happened here.
I know we don't need you.
Who are you kidding, bureaucrat? You can't even figure out where to start.
Take it easy, Bill.
Take it easy, nothing.
I'm sending a couple of men in there.
No, you're not.
Let's get one thing straight. I am in charge here.
Stop worrying about who's in charge and start considering how we're going to get out of this mess. Now, Bill knows more about the M3 than anyone else.
I think she's right, Dave.
You have everything you need to try to engineer that virus?
Yes.
Sure? Okay, listen. I don't want anyone else to know about this.
What's the matter?
That woman who escaped. She's a carrier.
We're sure getting all the breaks.
She's a carrier. and you can find out what's making her resistant, we've got a good chance to stop this thing.
That's great, Bill. That's wonderful. We've got to find her first.
Well, you just have to tell her she's asking too many people to the reception.
If none of them work, then the situation is far more serious than before.
Honey, you'll just have to take care of it yourself. I'm all tied up here. Okay. Okay.
Okay, here.
Bye-bye.
No luck yet? Well, can you get any more people onto it? Yeah, all right. Keep me informed. Yeah. Let's try not to have any more personal calls, okay?
My daughter's getting married on Saturday. She can't understand that anything could be more important than her wedding.
Is your car here?
Hey! There's a couple of guys making a break for it around the front. Same place as before. Hey, Lieutenant, those two guys are making a break for it.
You hungry?
Yeah, I could use a bite.
Can we stop and get something?
Sure, I know where there's a submarine shop. Okay?
Fine.
Sorry, Joan, it's out of my hands. I cannot interrupt him.
Well, is he in any danger?
No, he's not in any danger.
Then why won't anyone tell me what's going on? Listen, Jessica, unless I get through to Bill, I'm going to start talking to the media.
Now, Joan, I know this must be very upsetting for you, but please don't do that. Call back in an hour. Bill should be free then, okay?
Okay. But next time, I'm not taking any excuses.
That was Bill's wife. She's threatening to go to the media.
I'll have Williams drive over and take her into custody.
They're going to have a long drive. She's in London, England.
Great.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm getting ready to test a new virus.
Joan called a few minutes ago. She's going to call back in an hour. Dave said, please be careful what you say to her.
Mm-hmm.
We've got no idea why the incubation period is so erratic. Some people it's 24 hours.
With others, it's as little as 45 minutes.
Certainly not behaving like any conventional bacteria.
Sometimes it's really easy to help people. Sometimes it's really hard.
Mm-hmm. That's very true. Is there something the matter?
No.
Looks like we're out of luck with antibiotics. But I can give you definite confirmation
That the M3 is triggering the body to produce those enormous quantities of acetylcholine. I'm putting a team to work on it right away. Have a look at this. All right. Now, this is what the M3 bacteria looks like. You see that it's reached a critical concentration in the bloodstream, and it's causing this whole section of the nervous system to burn itself out by massive overproduction of acetylcholine. The victims must experience an incredible amount of pain along with those erratic convulsions. As far as the woman carrier goes, the only reason I can think of why she hasn't died is that there's something in her blood that doesn't destroy the M3, but does prevent it from reaching a critical concentration.
Riding in a car for a long time make me a little tense. How about you?
Oh, I'm used to it, I guess.
There's only one way I can relax when I'm tense.
What's that? Oh.
gonna be kind of hard to do anything while the car's moving.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Let's get into the back seat.
Hey! Hey, you! Hey! I'll call the cops on you!
Jessica, it works. The new virus works. It's destroying M3.
Okay. But before everyone breaks out the party hats.
Let's run the animal test.
Good work, Bill.
May I help you?
Yes, room 215, please, Mrs. Joan Fuller.
I'm dreadfully sorry, sir. Mrs. Fuller and her daughter have been put into quarantine.
What?
They've been taken to the Knightsbridge Infirmary. The number is 273-1917.
Jessica, get me the Knightsbridge Infirmary in London, please.
How will Daddy know where we are?
I've already asked for permission to call him, so as soon as they let us use the phone, we'll talk to him, okay?
Okay, but I sure don't like this room as good as the hotel. It smells funny in here.
Jessica, can you get Saunders back on the tube?
Sure.
You made any progress, Alan?
No, nothing yet. But I've got 2 teams working around the clock, and, well, I'm still hoping for a break.
It's a long shot, but I think I'm onto something.
Well, at this point, I'm open to anything.
So am I.
Dave, there's a guy at University of Colorado, Dr. Sylvan Lee. He's developed an enzyme called reprinase. How soon can you get some over here?
I could set it up with the Air Force. Probably take a couple of hours.
What have you got in mind, Bill?
Well, it's still in the experimental stages, but they found out that reprinase makes bacteria conjugate much more rapidly. Now, here's M3. If I can cleave off these DNA strands here and replace those with new genetic material, we've got a new mutation bacteria. We'll call it M4. Now, if I combine this with the enzyme and then run tests to see how well these two exchange genetic codes, okay? Now then, if they conjugate fast enough, we've got a way of eliminating M3.
What good would that do? You're just trading one bug for another.
Now, come on, Dave. You know the chances for a new mutation being harmful are about 1,000,000 to 1.
All right. Let's hope it works out better than last time.
Administration building.
This is the operator. I have a person-to-person call for Dr. Jessica Morgan from London, England.
This is Dr. Morgan.
Hello, Jessica. This is Jonathan Whitehall. I'm with the biology department here at Oxford. We met at the food production seminar in April, remember?
No, not really.
Oh, well, not very flattering. Sorry to be the bearer of bad tidings, but I'm afraid one of your staff, Dr. Leibowitz, has just died here.
Died? From what?
It was most peculiar. He seemed to go into some sort of fit or seizure. He didn't have epilepsy, did he? Dr. Morgan, are you there?
Now listen carefully. This is enormously important. I suspect that Dr. Leibowitz may have died from an extremely contagious disease. We have a few cases here, but we're maintaining absolute secrecy to avoid panic. And you must do the same thing.
Oh, dear.
Do you understand?
Certainly.
This is Dr. McKay speaking. I'm the public health officer in charge here. I want you to get in touch with the appropriate officials and have them call me here immediately.
Right. We'll call back in a jiff.
What happened to Dr. Leibowitz?
I suspect he may have been infected by M3. He's in London, England.
Gavin?
Yes, sir.
We're going to have to quarantine this city. Shut it off as tightly as you can.
I'll do my best.
As soon as your men are in place, I'll announce the quarantine.
Right.
highly infectious nature of this as yet uncontrollable disease, the Prime Minister has just declared a state of emergency. Metro is now under martial law. The city and the boroughs have been cordoned off, and citizens are warned that it is now a crime to try to leave the area. Informed sources at City Hall have revealed that medical experts are working around the clock and feel that they are close to achieving a cure. It is also being disclosed that 42 of the epidemic deaths have been traced to a known carrier of the disease. Police are searching for 27-year-old Margot Seymour. Miss Seymour is described as being brunette, 5 feet 6 inches in height. When last seen, she was wearing tweed pants, a white shirt, and a navy jacket. If Margot Seymour is listening to this broadcast, she's urged to call the nearest police station to make arrangements to give herself up. I'll repeat that. Miss Seymour is described as being brunette.
1, come in. Come in, Eagle 1, come in. This is linebacker 5, you need air support. Eagle 1. Roger, linebacker.
Earlier today, armed troops supported by military helicopters threw a blockade around the city, sealing off all possible entrances and exits. Citizens are warned not to try to leave the city. So far, 74 deaths have resulted from attempts to break quarantine. Please just remain at home and avoid contact with other people as much as possible. Now, this report from City Hall.
Today, Mayor Eldon Frame failed to arrive at City Hall, but his office issued a statement saying that everything possible is being done to resolve this current crisis. The mayor went on to say that he has the utmost confidence in federal authorities. This is Bill Copeland reporting to you from City Hall.
Well, I have the utmost confidence in them, too, but they haven't got anything to do with this mess.
This thing's spread to Pennsylvania and New York now. Over 1,000 deaths. All because your people had to fool around with something they should have left alone.
Celia was wrong, but she was provoked by people like you.
Provoked? I warned you what would happen, and I was right.
Is that all you ever care about? Who was right?
No, I don't give a damn who was right. It just worries me a little that if this thing keeps going, there may not be much human life left on Earth.
Bill, what are you doing?
Checking on some notes.
But you must eat.
I am eating.
You should get some sleep.
I can't. I have too much to do before the enzyme gets here. Jessica, M3 and M4 conjugate, but not fast enough. I need the reprinase.
I've just had word the plane developed engine trouble.
Oh, damn it!
They're transferring the enzyme to another plane.
I can't do anything else until it gets here.
Why don't you take a break and get a little sleep if you can?
Mom, is Daddy a genius?
Maybe.
I bet tearing it down at 35 cents, but I can't collect unless I can prove it.
Jessica?
Yes?
You should see how Celia's plant has grown.
Can you adjust the camera?
And we had such high hopes.
Better get out of here while you can.
It's too late.
Maybe not. Get out. Bill.
Yes?
How much longer before you've got something you can test?
About 10, 15 minutes.
Not long.
Yeah. Dave?
Dave! Jessica?
Hello.
Dave's got it. I may be infected too.
You got to come down here right away.
No. That might infect you.
I'll take that chance. The M4 is almost ready.
I'm in room 325.
Bill, before you go ahead, I'd like to know something. Will your M4 also conjugate with the normal E. coli bacteria in the body?
I've already checked it. It does.
Well, that's something we've got to take into consideration before we go any further.
No time to consider. If Jessica's been infected, I've got to give her the M4.
Now, not so fast, Bill. If your M4 replaces the normal bacteria in everyone's digestive tract, we could all end up with cancer 10, 20 years from now. Or it could make everybody sterile. It could change the way we digest our food and turn a human being into a completely new animal.
We have to move now. It's already out of control here. And it's running wild in London, too.
Bill, please give us a little more time. One of my teams is testing an antitoxin right now. It might be the answer, and it would be a much safer solution.
Jessica, it works. We've got a cure. Jessica!
Bill, don't use that M4. Our antitoxin for acetylcholine works. It's on its way to you and to London. Bill. Bill, goddammit, don't use it. Bill! Bill! Bill!
How are you feeling?
I'm better. I think I'm going to be okay. Bill, it's Joan.
How long have I been sleeping?
Almost 15 hours.
Joan?
Hi, Daddy.
Oh. Hi, honey. Are you and Mommy okay?
Yeah, we had to drink some stuff and then they let us go to the hospital. Mommy wants to talk to you.
Hi.
Hi, how are you feeling?
We're fine. How are you?
A little tired. Did they contain the infection in London?
Yes. The doctor says it looks as if they caught it in time.
Good. When are you coming home?
We should be there by this afternoon.
Good.
Well, we better get going or we'll miss our flight.
Right. See you.
Bye.
How many people died?
About 2,000. You still think it was worth it?
I don't know. But I guess if you want to achieve anything worthwhile, it doesn't come cheap.
I'm glad you feel that way, because it looks as if you and I are part of the price.
What do you mean?
Dr. Saunders' antitoxin worked. They destroyed the shipment of M4 we sent to London. Bill, you and I are the only people in the world that have been exposed to M4. They called while you were asleep. We're quarantined.
For how long?
Indefinitely. And if we ever do get out of here, we'll probably be charged with criminal negligence.
Celia's plant?